Tracy, who do you think you are, interrupting Big Boy's bath time? Oh, I got the best Sega game ever, and I'll interrupt anybody's bath time I want. I don't know if you know who you're talking to. Oh, yeah? You don't know who you're talking to, bub. I'm gonna send you up the river. Bah!
Hi. Really? This is Babon1337, and today we're going to be playing Dick Tracy on the Sega Genesis. It's one of the most action-packed games I've ever played. Awesome gunfighting arcade shooter. Really? Seriously? In the bath? You guys get out of here so I can play with my toys?
Hey there, big boy. I think I might need a hand bringing my Sega Genesis game over to the Sega Genesis system.
I guess, Tracy. My back.
You see that, big boy? A little bit of teamwork goes a long way.
Dick Tracy on the Sega Genesis. Well, you might have been fooled by a couple of other of the Dick Tracy games to come out, like on the Game Gear and the Nintendo. But I'll tell you right now, Dick Tracy on the Sega Genesis totally makes you rethink the Dick Tracy genre. This is more of a beat-em-up than it is a car drive around trying to look for clues kind of thing. I don't exactly know what they were going for in the first one, but this game really is top-notch. I mean, punching, kicking, shooting, driving, bonus levels, boss battles. This game seriously has it all, unlike any of the other games that came out in the Dick Tracy genre. Well, here it is. Dick Tracy on the Sega Genesis. Enjoy. Gameplay. Each and every level in this game has pretty huge similarities. Not saying that it doesn't make it fun. I mean, it's an old arcade side-scrolling kind of game. You got enemies coming from the front, you got enemies coming from the back, and from your peripherals. That actually makes the game pretty rad. I mean, if you think about it for a minute, you're shooting all over the place. On top of that, you got cool bonus levels, boss battles, and a really cool car shooting stage. That being said, you'd think the gameplay gets really monotonous. Not the case. The levels become more and more difficult that it hardly gives you a chance to think. Not to mention the beautiful designs of the backgrounds, constantly changing. And at certain points, it almost seems like they turn up the difficulty so much it's next to impossible to get through. But you're good for it. It just takes a little bit of practice. There isn't much forgiveness in the game. You don't have a lot of health, and you don't have a lot of lives, which makes this game rather difficult to get through. However, I'm pretty sure this was the Dick Tracy game that fans were looking for. Well, it's right here. Check it out.
Not so easy.
Not so easy is an understatement when you're talking about this game. Like I said before, this game really bumps up the difficulty. And maybe there's some tips and tricks on how to get through it, but I can't offer any solace. I mean, the game just is what it is. You need to be on guard at all time. Well, wait a minute. That's pretty much what Dick Tracy had to be. I mean, you had to be jumping, you had to be moving through cars, you had to be making sure that everything you were doing wouldn't get you killed. I mean, isn't that Dick Tracy's MO? This game gets really tough. And when I say it's not so easy, I mean, I believe it. However, the more you try, the better off you are. This game does get really hard, but in the end, it's totally worth it. After you die a couple thousand times and you get the patterns down, you might finally be able to beat it. It took me a little while to beat it, but you know what? That's what makes these games really fun.
Battle of the Bosses.
The battle of the bosses in this, it gets pretty intense. Believe it or not, it seems like the same screen over and over again, but it really isn't. I mean, you get to fight all your favorite characters. Flat Top, The Brow, Itchy, Mumbles, everybody. But really, when it comes down to it, it's the end of the game that makes it a problem. At the very end of the game, you have to fight Big Boy in a warehouse. But you gotta watch that timer. You see that timer down there in the corner? Yeah, that timer there in the corner. Yeah, if that runs out, you're doomed. You have to start the whole entire boss fight over. It's not short. And it almost seems like Big Boy's wearing maybe a couple billion bulletproof vests just to get through it. I mean, you pump the guy full of lead for how long, and nothing happens. Either way, it's a tough boss battle, and good luck to you.
in the end.
After everything is said and done, at the end of the day, Dick Tracy on Sega would have turned out to be a great game. Well, who would have thought that? For 1 second, who would have thought that? It is. It's got all the action you want. It's got all the cool little car chases. Every boss is there. The storyline's there. The gameplay's there. Everything's perfect in this game. I picked this game up almost accidentally at this place called World 8 in California while I was on vacation. When I got home, played the game, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm really glad they talked me into buying it. Seriously, this is a game I'm really happy to have in my library. And that's about it for this episode. So let's take it to Babam and wrap it on up.
Dick Tracy on the Sega Genesis. Seriously, could you get a better game than this? I mean, awesome levels, car chases, unbelievable boss battles, shooting galore. You even get to punch enemies in the nuts. Does it get better than that? I don't think so. You should play this. Don't freak, stay elite. This is Babam signing off.
Dr. the Moose is filmed by a live studio audience.
Hey kids!
Hi, Dr. the Moose.
Some of you may have questions on what to play after.
Dick Tracy.
Well,
Man.
and
Aladdin.
would be really great picks.